That's the last of them. Good riddance. What the hell would we ever need guns for?
Victory is ours.
Quick, grab the guns! They're our only hope!
Hey, Bob, you remember the other day you were asking me what the definition of irony was, and I said,
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Remember that one time when female FBI agents literally got down on their knees to pledge fealty to a terrorist group that was occupying our nation's capital with the Antifa and BLM protests? Amazing times. They got on their little LARPing FBI flak jackets and wore their little badges and took a knee to BLM, at least those who are still physically capable of taking a knee. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they are still working on their knees. Nobody knows because they're all fired. Everybody in this photo has been relieved of duty from the FBI because, well, obviously this is a practice in total humiliation. I guess there was one dude. Can you even call this guy a dude? Look at him. You're FBI, ladies and gentlemen. He couldn't even actually get down on his knees. What a disaster. Maybe we should not be hiring activists inside of law enforcement, and maybe there are some people that just aren't cut out for it. Remember when President Trump was shot in the head? Most people do. There was one agent that really caught a lot of people's attention. We call her Melissa McCarthy, or Lady Ghostbuster, right? She is the Lady Ghostbuster who used President Trump's body as a human shield for herself. Just a reminder, we still don't know who this is, but Lady Ghostbuster here was, instead of covering President Trump when he was shot, she knelt down behind him to use Trump as a human shield for her. Okay, you should never work again. And then when President Trump was taken to his waiting vehicle, she didn't know how to holster her weapon. Remember this? Yeah, look at that. I guess I'll just hold it. Yeah. You gotta be able to perform under pressure in jobs like this. It is absolutely critical. It's life or death. And sadly, what we've seen in a place called Bondi Beach is that there was most likely more death than needed to be when two Islamic radicals, Muslim terrorists, who were imported to Australia by the Australian government to slaughter their own people, the actual native people of Australia, Australians who built Australia, were sitting on a beach. These are beachgoers that were at a Jewish festival. We'll never know their true motive, right? And two gunmen, father and son, went to the same mosque, decided to open fire on them and murder 12. But the horrific reality of this is that it could have potentially been prevented. Because the cops that were there were police officers, all over the place. The cops that were there didn't do anything. Bondi Beach terror survivor describes how cops froze during 20-minute shooting rampage. I don't understand why. Look at this. Look at this photo of the female cops sitting there, I don't know, surrendering? What the hell is she doing? They said that the female cops froze during the massacre. They could have actually engaged the killer and the killers and prevented the wanton death of 12 Australians. Here are some of the photos of the female cops freezing. Here's another photo of a female cop kneeling behind a car. Remember this? It's like, it rhymes, right? George Lucas. It's like it rhymes. Look at that, kneeling behind the car instead of engaging the actual terrorist. What the hell do you think your job is here? Again, we pay this person, this individual who used Trump as a human shield, Melissa McCarthy of the Secret Service, who used Trump as a human shield, gets paid by us to protect Donald Trump. This individual and this lady, they get paid by the Australian taxpayers to protect them. Like, not only is she not protecting anyone, like, nobody even respects what she's saying. Look at this dude just walking by, and these dudes, like, nobody even cares. They're not intimidated. They don't understand or care at all. 2 female Australian cops froze during the attack, allowing more lives to be lost. Australia terrorist who killed 10 people has been identified as Naveed Akram. The results of mass migration. The Australian government imported terrorists and allowed their citizens to be slaughtered. Look at this. What a monster. Incredible footage out of Australia confirmed that the brave bystander neutralized one of the terrorists in the Bondi Beach attack, which took place at a Hanukkah gathering. Australian authorities say multiple people have been killed. 2 suspects are in custody. This is one of the bravest and most insane videos I've ever seen in my life. So during the actual shooting rampage, see here. During the actual shooting rampage, where the 2 gunmen were able to just stand on a bridge and wander through this beach area, and people are driving by, nobody does anything. They're just able to like sit there. Finally, somebody steps up and does this.
Oh!
And takes him on. And then takes his firearm from him. Disarms the terrorist. It's one of the single bravest things I've ever seen done. It wasn't a cop. It wasn't a member of the police. It wasn't a member of the armed services. It was literally a dude. Dude subdued the shooter in Australia, an absolute hero. He went directly into harm's way to save people from being shot. God bless him. Who is this dude?
His name is Ahmed Al-Ahmed, and he is recovering from his wounds at the hospital. You can see him here with New South Wales Premier Chris Minns. Ahmed's immigration lawyer says he is a humble man. He's not interested in coverage. He just did what he was compelled to do as a human being on that day. The lawyer went on to say this is his way of conveying his gratitude for staying in Australia, for being granted citizenship.
So, there you go. Ahmed Al-Ahmed disarmed one terrorist with his bare hands. God bless you, sir. He was wounded in the exchange, but it saved lives. Okay. Ahmed Al-Ahmed. He's a father of 2 and a local shop owner. He was shot twice during this unbelievable act of disarming one of the terrorists. He's undergoing surgery. Again, one of the single, like, whatever you want to say about it, it's the single bravest thing I've ever seen done. And it's what you've, like, got to do in a situation like this, because obviously these guys, not trained professionals, one person can just step up and do what needs to be done and make the difference. This is why I like our Second Amendment. Second Amendment saves so many lives every single year because people know that you're packing. Like, people know that everyone is carrying smoke. Everyone is carrying heat. And so expect to be met with equal and opposite force. Bondi Beach terrorist was wearing a Pakistani cricket jersey on his driver's license picture. So he's from Pakistan. Islamic terrorist number 2. Chilling. But they were just able to sit there and open fire for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And now the absolute dipstick of a Australian prime minister says the true threat is right-wing extremist groups after the Islamic attack yesterday. Sick. One of these men was banned from Australia. That's right. Incredible. What a lost civilization. No, don't go quietly. Men and women of Australia, stand up, save your great nation before it's too late. Please. Please. Your country's gone insane. We need remigration and mass deportations now. There are some civilizations that are not harmonious or compatible with Western civilization. And it's time for us to just accept that reality. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.